guys, how are you? So since I touched on the subject of identity in one of my last videos, I wanted to go a little bit deeper into it because I feel like it's very important, and I was also talking about it on my Instagram, which I will link down below, and you can go and check it out because I post short videos there as well. First, a disclaimer. I think that identity is something, and identifying ourselves is something that is pretty necessary, and it's very natural to want to identify as something or with a group of people because we want to have a sense of belonging, or we want to know it's necessary for our ego to know who we are and to belong to some kind of a group, or just be able to identify as someone or something. But I think that it becomes hurtful when an identity becomes so huge and it occupies so much space in our lives that it kind of shadows and eclipses everything else in our lives, and we become so attached to our identity, then losing it can lead to actually destroying ourselves. So what am I talking about? For example, I'm pretty sure that you have all seen a person who has in their bio in Instagram like mother of this and that and wife of that and CEO of this company and so on. And there is nothing wrong with that because, of course, in the online world, we have to market ourselves as something. But if this becomes the base of your identity, for example, if you're a mom and you have kids and you only identify as a mom, then your kids grow up and they live home and you are just there and you don't really know who you are anymore. Or if you're really attached to your job and you identify yourself as a CEO of something or the doctor in pediatrics or something like that, like in case you lose your job or something happens, you will fall into a hole of depression and anxiety because you will not know who you are anymore. So what I'm trying to say is that it's really good to have these things that make the base of your life, that make your life better, that give your life meaning. But it's, if you become too attached to them, it is actually even probable that at some point you're going to lose them because this is the way of the life of directing you towards a more wholesome view of yourself and image of yourself. So I think that we need to part from the understanding that you are just valuable and enough, even if you are just laying on the couch and doing nothing and you have achieved absolutely nothing in your life. If the only thing that you did today was picking your nose, you're still valuable and you're still deserving of being here, of love, and all of that. It's good if you're motivated by something. It's good if you have goals. It's good if you're striving towards them. It's absolutely great, but it is not what makes you worthy. And even if you don't have anything, a family, friends, social life, couple, any like job, whatever, a house, you're still worthy because you are here for a reason. And even if at the moment you don't have these things, it doesn't matter because you are worthy just by existing. And I think that everyone should remember that because we live in a world that is based on capitalism, and I'm not here to give you a political discourse, but I want to just say that we are glorifying people who are always busy, who are so devoted to their work that it starts to be a defining thing in their lives and the most important thing. And you always have to fulfill some kind of a social role. And I just want to remind once more that you're not this role, that the role is temporary, but you are way more durable in time, that a role that you're temporarily fulfilling. So you have to keep that in mind and try not to attach yourself to the thing that you're doing right now. So this way, when something doesn't go so well, or you lose this thing that you care about so much, like you will not be just left in shatters. You will actually have something to base yourself upon. And I think that one of the ways to assure that this actually happens, well, first of all, is kind of just assimilating the message that you're worthy and valuable just the way that you are, even if you're not doing anything. But the second one is to have more or less a balanced wheel of life. I will post an image here if I find it, but you have several areas of your life that includes like friends, family, self-care, spirituality, like work, fulfillment, and so on. And it's good to have like an egg in each of these baskets and not put all of the eggs in just one basket, because then if one basket fails, then you have like an egg in every other basket. And I see mostly this happens when people give too much of themselves to their work or too much of themselves to their relationship or family. And then when something happens, or if something happens with either their job or their relationship, as I said, like it's just a disaster and it's very difficult. And I think that it's very important to strive for a balance in your life. And in case you don't have it, and if you're identified yourself with what I was just saying and you feel like you lack this balance, you might start with asking yourself, like drawing this little wheel, and ask yourself, like, where am I lacking? What could I add to this wheel in order for it to be more balanced? And for example, if you know that you spend like 60 plus hours a week working, maybe it's too much, maybe you don't have time for social life, then maybe you want to start making your friends or inviting your already existing friends out of more often. And the other thing I always suggest, I think it never hurts, just to spend more time with yourself, actually asking yourself, like, am I doing what I'm really wanting to do? Because a lot of the times we kind of run for the carrot like a donkey that has it attached to its back, and we never achieve it, and we don't really even know like why we are working 60 hours a day until we like crash, and it can be an existential crisis. And I just want to prevent it for as many people as possible, because I think that it's pretty horrible, and something similar has happened to me in the past. Yeah, it was short, but I hope that it helped anyway. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any ideas of what you would like me to talk about in the future, please let me know. Also, I just wanted to remind you that I offer my services as a coach. You can go to the website that I will link down below and sign up for a free session with me. Or if you're not interested yourself, but you know that someone is interested, you can also refer them to me. I love you very much. Thank you for being here and listening to me. And I wish you a nice day. Be kind to yourself and to others. And love you.